Good morning, friends and traders. Welcome to Fast Markets on Topstep TV. The market is open. We apologize for that slight delay. 1 second. I had YouTube open, so I had an echo there. Dakota, Jay, in the house.
Jack?
What's happening? Dakota, you were saying right before we came on, looking for the rip on the open.
I know, and we got it. We bounced. We've sold off overnight. Once again, it seems like every single night this week we've been selling off during the Asian session, during overnight, and it's the same case. It's the same case. If you take a look at this 5-minute chart on the NASDAQ, Sunday night we sold off, ripped up higher during the London and New York session, and same thing for Tuesday, Wednesday, last night, and I'm curious if we do the same. And that's why I was saying, had this nice pullback throughout the overnight session, came down at these 960s. We opened up, and so far we're 80 points higher here in the NASDAQ.
Indeed, we are. We're ripping right to the 6850 SPX level right now. I think we touched it briefly there. And now the game's afoot. So, what markets are we looking at today? I'll have the ES. Jay, any Russie action for you?
Same three as always. I got the NASDAQ, the S&P, and the Russell. We'll just see which one is the cleaner trade. Waiting for this 3-minute candle to close in all of them. A really nice push there in the NASDAQ above those 25,000s, but we will see here. Chat, don't worry about my camera quality. The trades will be clean.
Oh, there
That's
we go.
right. Jay in 480p beats a lot of things out there. Okay, so we bounced right up that 6850 SPX for now at least. We'll wait for this options data to fill in. Right off the rip, not seeing too much of interest, but expect another volatile day. We'll keep an eye on the news. We had jobless claims this morning. Came out roughly in line, a little bit better. 213,000 versus an estimate of 215. So about the same as last month. Besides that, we got EIA natural gas at 9:30. Fed's Bowman at 12:15. And Trump meets soccer champions at 3. Who's the soccer champions? I must have missed that.
I don't know.
Yeah. There's no soccer in the Winter Olympics.
Okay, I am short the NASDAQ from
Okay.
25,083.
Round out our data. We got bonds, 10 years at 4.1. Ooh. That's a jump. 10 years at 4.14. Nothing. I just looked at it for the first time. I'm like, ooh, yields are higher. Take note. Bitcoin taking a little bit of a breather in the spot market. 72,737. Still a hell of a move yesterday from Bitcoin.
Yeah.
Tell us about this trade, Dakota.
Yeah, I'm short from 083. I'm going to look to add. On this short as well. I'm watching this. I'm seeing NVIDIA down 0.7. We got Walmart down 0.2. Amazon up 1%. So I'm looking for, oh, wow. Okay. Add it to my second contract right there. Short 2 from 83.5. See if we get this a little bit pushed back to go retest where we opened at. We bumped up against this little resistance. I'll show you what I'm looking at. And that bounce higher at the open. We got some resistance here at these 25,000 080s. We've had some major resistance at these 080s for, if we zoom out, right? There's a lot of resistance right there in this higher time frame. These 080s, 090s. I'm looking for that to be resistance again.
We just tapped
not looking
VWAP
too hot.
ES. No. Man. Markets this week.
They've been rough.
Tough sledding.
The only thing I'm worried about is I might be a little early to this.
Do we have any other numbers coming out today? I think we're clear, right?
I don't believe
got some
so.
Fed speakers outside of that.
Yeah, we got like a 4-week bill auction at 10:30, which shouldn't move things too much. After close, we have Hexith will be speaking at 3:30. We had Broadcom earnings yesterday. They're up about 2.5% right now.
They did well.
Yeah, I mean this is the classic earnings move in AI. They pumped hard off that and have retraced since then. Something I will take note of, especially once we get those single stock futures.
I'm excited for those single stock futures, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, if you saw the trade I was in during Power Hour yesterday, is I just feel like I'm swimming naked, right? When I'm not hedged in some way in a trade.
Fair.
Like, outright futures is tough for me. It's not the way I learned to do it.
Okay, I'm going to look to add a third contract if we break down below these 90s and 80s again.
All right. Still looking like a mess to me in options land, at least looking at the SPX options. I would expect just movement. Which way? Couldn't tell you.
Change the algo. It's hard to tell.
Yeah. That algo that allows, airlines to hedge fuel costs, for instance. There are more reasons for these markets than just to piss everybody off.
Right. Speaking of fuel costs, what is oil doing right now?
It's a good question. I don't have live oil data, so I'd have to go over
77.70. It's up 4%.
77. Yeah, big move there.
Paul Stone. Swimming naked is liberating. Good to know.
Okay. Got the Nasdaq just rejected at settlement there, 25,128.25 settlement price. I don't hate the short year in Dakota. I'm trying to find a way to get short the S&P potentially here.
Yep, got into that third contract. Let's see if we get this sell off now. A little bit of selling coming in. In short 3, average price 90, 25,090. You see that selling pressure coming in right now. I'm going to look to move my stop loss, tighten up, manage that risk. This is still relatively small size. Oh, that's what I'm looking to see. I'm looking to see this selling pressure. Love to see it.
All right, I'm short the S&P. I'm short a 4 lot in the S&P.
Oh, yeah.
Dump it.
Look at this. Well, just like yesterday and the day before, have some wild opening 5-minute candles here. Only 10 minutes into the trading day. Sure to take your beta blockers.
You see that selling coming in right here and right now.
Yeah, they're holding that New York session VWAP though, which I don't love. Short 2 from 68.95.75.
All right. Let's get it. Yeah, Nasdaq starting Nvidia's starting to sell off. We're down 0.96. So let's see if we get that in the Nasdaq here in these equities. Get through these 060s. Now in 3 contracts, so I have that luxury of closing off 1 or 2 for profit and leaving a runner. There we go. Into those 60s, 50s.
Nice trade, sir.
I'm going to take 1 contract off for profits. I'm going to move my stop loss above that pivot we made at 130s, 120s. And I got 2 contracts left.
Down to 1. Short 1 S&P 68.59.75. I like the trade because we can get the full session view up. Turned around there. Below 48,
Yeah.
I think we could see a flush here in the S&P.
I feel like this market is just tough for, once again, for like trading outright futures. They are not making it easy.
No.
Whether
I'm
they are
flat.
the other market participants or the algorithm, the direction just keeps on changing here. And I am not a good scalper.
I'm flat there,
Okay.
plus 272. I may get back into this one. I want to see some selling below these 48s before I get back in here.
Nice trade, Jay.
Thanks.
Someone mentioned there's
Yes,
a
ma'am.
strange energy at Topstep lately. Well, I think there's just like strange energy in the world right now.
Yeah, right?
You know?
What's the strange energy? I don't get it. Am I just missing something here?
Yeah, probably.
See, that's why you're a dog, Dakota. The energy doesn't affect you.
The energy market does.
Mm-hmm.
Still hanging here at these 80s. Want to see that breakdown. Go retest 25,000 would be my main target.
Oh, if it's about like the schedule this week, guys, if you've been around for a while, we do this every year. Last year we did it too.
Strange energy
In fact,
time.
it was worse. It was just me and Dolby doing the entire stream. And I complained to OSHA after that. So now when we're limited like this, we just do 2 smaller streams.
Yeah. Yeah. The year before, it was just Rips and I, too.
Mm-hmm.
All right, now we're getting some selling. Let's get it. Let's get it. Nvidia back down below
There we
1%. There's those 50s.
There we go. Nice trade.
50s. I see 25,000. Let's go test those 25,000. Limit down. Come on.
Here it comes. I'm going to win that bet in the first week.
Oh. That is some nasty ass coffee.
Well, we won't call out any small businesses, Dakota.
Why'd I
All
short
right,
ES?
trade.
It rejected off of the full session VWAP. And that New York session VWAP was not very convincing.
All right, here we go. Push these
Having
lows.
all-time
Push these
lows.
In these markets.
Hmm.
Here we go. Looking to take profit here at these. Another breakdown. Still short those 2 contracts. Break through these 50s. I'm liking it. I'm liking it. A little more follow through. All right, I'll take
That's some follow through
take
flow
profit
right there. Yeah.
there. Second contract out. I got my 1 runner so far. See if we could. No, I'm loving this. Loving this. Apple down 1.27. Nvidia pushing lower. We got some of the equities selling off, but we still have Amazon up 1.3. Broadcom still 2.6 in the positive.
Amazon's having a moment. We got the VIX above 22, 22.27. Slightly stronger. Bitcoin is down to around 72,000 in the spot market right now. Biggest loser in the mag, 7. Currently Apple down 1.3%. Nvidia down 1% as well, as Dakota mentioned. 414 in the 10-year. Oil. Ooh, oil.
I know, Jack. I was telling you earlier, I fumbled that oil trade. I've been fumbling a lot of these trades lately.
Well, that's how we learn. I still think oil is the best indicator right now of what's happening with everything going on in the Middle East.
Fair enough. Come on, let's get down there
Let's
to
see here.
25,000.
Russell's starting to look up pretty ugly here too. It's already down 1.25%. See if we get a look below this opening range low. I still like the shorts here. Still like the shorts. Just timing and location here. I think there's a lot of room lower if we do sell off, so I'm gonna be patient.
I see buyers try and step in like Nvidia and some of these Tech 9 stocks. It gets sold off. Like there's more selling pressure coming in. So I'm still liking the short side too, Coach Jay.
Are you still on one?
Yeah, I'm still short one from 105. 105 is the average price now. But it could change. It could change fast.
Oh yeah. Still a mess in option land. I mean, the runway is clear to both the up and down side here. So I would just expect more volatility.
You really could make a case for either side here.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Maybe some support, at least in the 0-date options, some support around 68.25 in the futures.
$68.25. We got someone on the bid here, all the way down at 68.05. 500 contracts on the bid there in the S&P.
Saucy. Well, here's the bounce. Back up to exactly SPX 68.50 right now. We got our Swiss franc traders in the chat. I'm so glad you
Shout out to
revealed
the Swiss franc.
yourselves.
So yesterday we took that aggressive trade in the Russell, right? We got short with the urgency in the Russell. If you look at the opening range here in the S&P and the Nasdaq, that VWAP is still inside of that range, which tells down market for now. So this is where I start to slow myself down a little bit and say, you know what, we might see some cleaner trades, some cleaner direction later in the day. We're only 18 minutes into the session, so
yeah.
Sometimes
I'm gonna go ahead
market
and
a little
flat.
time to flat there, Dakota.
Yeah. That's a good trade. That made up. I hate saying making up for a trade, but I had a loss during slow markets. I'm now green on the screen. Buyers just kept stepping in. Nvidia was down 1%. We're now only down 0.5%. So we're starting to see buyers come in on a lot of these Tech 9 stock. Broadcom back up to 4%. So buyers resilient.
VIX back below 22. 10-year still rising, though, in yield. 4.144. Interesting. That seems to jive with the correlation right now has been if oil keeps going higher, the 10-year yield does as well. Wow.
Talk about wick. Stop loss was a better entry. It popped up and I just scratched it. Now we're
Settlement reduction again there in the Nasdaq.
Dollar's strengthening today.
That's been the other one. That has been the flight to safety trade. How do we know that? Well, because bond yields are going up means that bonds are selling off, so they're not really going there. Also, I think it's just a very hard trade right now to, in the past, the metals would be a place you go, but there's so much volatility there.
Yeah, it'd be hard to put.
No,
Yeah.
if you're just trying to like put stuff somewhere safe, seems to be dollars at the moment.
I would agree. It's like you're looking for a safe haven. Do you really want to put money into gold or silver with how volatile it's been?
Yeah, silver's up like 250% over the last year.
Yeah. Like I was saying, talking to Coach Jay last night, every single time I looked at silver for the past 2 months, it's been up or down 5%. It's starting to settle down a little bit, but I think just Monday this week we were down 10% on silver. Oh, look at the equities pushing up
There's no
session
volume
highs.
trading there. That's why these moves are so big. Order
I
book's
never
like
thought I
extremely
would
thin.
be involved with like silver much because it was kind of, I don't know, didn't move a whole lot, but it's a very interesting product for volatility trading, especially like when you have something that moves a ton and can't go to zero like stocks can and do.
Yeah. Buyers just right back
You've been
in.
looking at options
Buyers.
trade there, Jack? SLV trades?
Yeah, I have been involved in that.
Nice.
Jack had a pretty badass trade at Power Hour yesterday.
Yeah, I mean, we're a futures trading platform, so we'll try and handle that. Is like I was saying earlier, I just have trouble not doing hedged positions in this. And if that trade presents, I'll keep on taking it this week, and I'll tell you the price in, and we'll see it play out.
Yeah.
But the thing is, like, we got put skew. We got skew right now. So whenever it gets high with these uncertainties, the risk reward on like a vertical spread, basically the skew means that the further out of the money are, more expensive than usual, right? So it gives you some opportunities at some pretty wild reward profiles, right?
Yeah.
Um, Theoretically, it didn't play out the whole way, but it was like it could have been a 10-to-1 trade. And I was thinking going into Power Hour, like really 10-to-1 that we don't sell off 20, 30 points in the last hour when we're in a war with Iran and they're closing the straits just seemed crazy.
Fair enough. And yeah, futures, right? This is primary thing. Futures, spot futures, directional, but options play a big role in these financial markets. And so I think it fairly is important to be talking about it, talking about that. And we have what various levels of experienced traders and new traders in that's just getting involved in these markets and understanding. I mean, what was it? A few months ago, we were talking about how big of a role options are in like some of the different countries, right? Where the volume on the options in their exchange is like, man, so dramatic. It's basically is their market.
Like I said yesterday, that's what like option black told me was when Jane Street got in trouble for essentially moving the Indian stock market at will
Yeah, that's what it is. Yes.
because there were way more like there was way more options going on than the actual underlying. So it was the tail wagging the dog.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, good old GameStop, man. That's when a lot of people learned about gamma squeeze.
Mm-hmm.
Short of one lot in the Russell, just at the upper extreme of this range. We're holding that New York session. We're holding the full session view up again here. Risking about 250 on this trade. Just a 1 ATR move on the 3-minute chart. See if this range holds. Now I'll be back to flat on the day. 26, 16, 10 is that price.
Now, if I was going to take a trade in the futures today, same thing I've been saying all week. It's either got to be see money, take money, which I'm terrible at. So I won't do that. It's then waiting for like really big levels. The reason I took the option trade yesterday was because we couldn't get to 6,900 here, which is, I would have effed around with a short there, but we just weren't getting it.
Okay. I still don't mind the shorts up here. I still don't mind them.
No.
Which is a very mixed bag. A very mixed bag across the Tech 9 stocks.
Yeah. Nothing is highlighted in red in my news feed yet. That will change, I promise you.
Oh, absolutely, Jack.
For
Feels like the market's
now,
waiting for it to change.
yeah. And we are hanging out around that 68.50. Once again, if we zoom out real far, that's a pretty comfy place in this range. Maybe 6,900 I would call the absolute middle of this range we've been in for 3 months or whatever now.
So this is what's Dakota looking at? Phenoms. I'm looking at the Nasdaq, and then I have a watch list with the Tech 9 stocks. We call them Tech 9 because now we have Walmart, right? Nvidia, Apple, Microsoft, Amazon, Google, Tesla, Meta, Broadcom.
Broadcom. Yeah.
Yep. So just watching it, and it's mixed. It's like a Christmas tree. It's red and green across the board. We got Broadcom up 4%, and we have Walmart down 2.5% now. Walmart, the new tech stock of the 2027, 2026. Yeah. Why is Walmart there?
All right.
Walmart's a tech stock, Freedom.
It's in the
Good
Nasdaq.
conversation piece. It's like Walmart, Nvidia, potatoes.
Walmart
There you go.
and
I'm flying on that
Costco.
Russell trade, so down 850.
Okay.
Costco's in the Nasdaq also.
It is.
Oh, look at Nasdaq pumping now. This was just a dip to buy, Jack. This was just a dip to buy.
That's been the play. In the morning,
Yeah,
at
yeah.
least.
Sell off overnight, buy it up in the New York session.
In the absence of some news that reduces the uncertainty, in which case I'm, gig along to the moon with everybody else, is I just don't trust these rallies. Setting up kind of like yesterday.
Yesterday was a good rally, though.
It was.
Today's looking very similar. A lot of resistance up in these lower 200s. And if we start breaking through that, then I could see 400s come into play. To be honest, you zoom out on a higher time frame, and there it is. A lot of resistance at these 25.080s, 25.090s, which is why I was liking those shorts to start the morning. That's why I got in some shorts. Green on the screen. We broke out, and we basically hung around there for most of the night, and we held it. We held this level, this zone. And if we start to break out, that next level I have is these 25,400s, 25,000 upper 300s. So I don't see a reason why we would not want to go up there if we find some buyers stepping into this market. We do have non-farm payroll tomorrow as well, so that might get spicy.
Oh, yeah. Maybe some like micro resistance here, but definitely not enough for me to short. I'm still waiting for the 6,900 if it comes. We'll be patient.
Session highs.
Well, no news is good news.
Yeah,
That's for sure. Somebody asked, Jay, why are you in the hotel hallway from The Shining?
Don't ask questions you don't want the answers to.
Exactly. Also, I presume those are earphones you have in. I was thinking the other day, I was like,
Yes,
wow.
these are not gauges.
Yeah.
your gauges, you got
gauges.
These are not gauges. Yeah, I lost my other in-ears somewhere, so we went with the Bose in-ear gauge look. They sound good.
Yeah, sounds great.
They look good. Like, honestly, I like the gauge look. You look cool. It's dangerous.
Go get a tattoo.
Any of you guys have tattoos?
Nope.
I do. A couple. I haven't got one in a little while. I do have a couple.
Jay reveals
One of
just
them
a
you guys have probably
giant
seen. This is one.
dragon.
Is
Okay.
Or like that. I keep making basketball references on this show, but you seen Andre Kirilenko's tattoo on his back?
Yeah, it's wild.
It's insane. Yeah, but no, nothing crazy like that.
No regrets.
Well, I appreciate Kevin Durant with the greatest example of business tats of all time. You remember that he like you don't see any tattoos, but he lifted his shirt up and he's all tatted on his torso. Business tats.
Nice burst of buying there at those right at those 200s got absorbed there in the Nasdaq.
Broadcom up 5%.
Once again, I don't know what they do. But let me check out their earnings now. Well, they beat on both earnings and revenue, not by like a ton. Maybe it was the forward guidance. Hanging out up here at the moment. All right, still seeing 6,900 in the SPX as having the resistance and options. We're in no man's land for me right now.
Same here. I would lean to the short side up at this level, but we could break through this. Like I said, if we break through this, flip a coin. Flip a coin right now for me. No trades.
They will present themselves. Yep. As mentioned, Broadcom's up 5.7%. Everything else is very mixed in the mega caps. Got a tiniest bit of relief here in those bond yields, down to 413 in the 10-year. Bitcoin 72,450. Some risk off and some of the real speculative stuff. I see quantum is down 5 to 7%, which gives me a warm and fuzzy feeling.
All right, some selling pressure coming here in the Nasdaq. Some selling pressure. If we get a 3-bar reversal, I'm going to take it here on the 5-minute. We've seen how well those 3-bar reversals were playing yesterday. Oh, I missed it. I tried to slap the ask using a sell limit. Market went without me. See if we get a bounce to get in. Always Right says gold selling hard. Gold.
Take a look.
From 120 to 170. I wouldn't say that's selling hard. Selling hard was what you seen about an hour and a half ago, from 166s to all the way down. I mean, that's quite the move. This is gold selling hard. Was it $80 in 10 minutes? This, not much right now. Gold's have some wild moves. The supposed safe haven asset.
Yeah, there's nothing. I mean, maybe long term if you're a believer, or medium term, but short term, that would be a wild thing to seek for safety. Somebody said I should
gold. I
do
missed this 3-bar reversal.
a financial news radio station for GTA 6. That would make my life complete. I would love to do that.
If they ever release it, right, Jack?
Yes, if they ever release it. If we get to
Poly
250,000
market odds on that.
subscribers, yeah, I'm just gonna record my own like 45-minute loop for it or whatever, like a promo, and we'll see if they take it.
I like this 3-bar reversals looking decent, Dakota.
Yeah. All right, chat. Who's in short? I want to know. I want to know who's in short.
Well, 78% of the tilt is long the ES at the moment, 63% long the NQ.
Okay, I am short. I asked chat who's in short. I'll join. I'm short. NASDAQ. One contract, though. I'm not going to build a bigger position. This is not as big, confident of a trade I was having earlier at those 090s, 080s, just because the risk to the upside for that breakout. I got to trade what I see. Yesterday, we had a few 3-bar reversals that were just played really, really well. So small size.
VIX still below 22 at the moment, 21.73. Adobe is ripping. Good game, Michael Burry, up 4.3%.
There we go. There we go. Liking this. 4K says smart money is long. I tell you this much. Well, hopefully this much is not that much.
Ugh. So software is bouncing hard in general. We got the IGV, the ETF that tracks that, up 2.8% at the moment. That's a pain trade right there, by the way.
I'm going to take that. I'm taking that one. 3-bar paid.
There.
3-bar paid.
There we go.
3-bar paid. Whatever that smart money is. Hopefully they have a wider stop loss.
Yeah, that person's been on one all day. Nice trade there, Dakota.
Yeah. Well, the thing is that it's a self-fulfilling prophecy, right? Because, you know, if the smart money was super long and it goes against them, well, then they don't have the money and they're not smart anymore. So the smart money was short. The smart money can never be wrong.
Smart money's never wrong.
Smart money.
You convince yourself that you're the smart money, that you might get in trouble.
Smart money's hedged. Smart money's not playing this directional.
That's the thing. I think there's a misconception that people are like out there, like Paul Tudor Jones is just in there like, I'm going to launch 1,000 lot of ES right here. I would argue that smart money is actually dumb in the sense that it's just reacting to hedged positions where they have an edge.
Fair enough. Retail is usually a lot more, I'd say a lot more flexible and quicker at moving money from one market to another and reacting, right? It's usually those bigger hedge funds, the quote smart money, seems to be later to some of the bigger plays.
Not seeing too much off the wire. How is Bitcoin doing?
Nice out there,
A little lower. Below 72,000 in Bitcoin.
Gold smoked. What's going on with gold? Yeah, that's a sell-off on gold now. That right there is a sell-off. We went from 120s down to 174. Here we go. Gold's starting to get, quote, smoked. Let's look at this on a higher time frame. What's going on in gold? Maybe an H pattern. 5,400. This is an hourly chart. Gold's starting to sell off. That volatility, that safe haven asset. Do we see 5,000 in gold again?
Yes, 100%.
Yeah.
100%, Jack. Give me the option on that one. Let's.
99%. What I love about that bet is that I never have to pay it out. You'd have to put some sort of time limit on it.
I know exactly. Yeah.
I mean,
End of year.
the sun is in like what is it, like a couple billion years? The sun is going to engulf the earth.
I know. I see what you're doing there. Yeah, look at the Dom. Look how illiquid that is. The spread's what, freaking 8 ticks on the minis. Still scary. I wouldn't trade this with your money, Jack.
Thank you. No, definitely tricky today. We've been holding above. I'll have to go back and look at it, but we've been, hanging out above 20 in the VIX for a long time.
If I get long here, am I considered smart money?
Sure.
Yes, yes, Jay. I guess.
Holding settlement. A couple settlement tests here in the Nasdaq 25 128 quarter. S&P still has some room up to 7.
Some other speculative stuff. I mean, Carvana's up 3.6%. Guys, I'm currently flat. I have no position in Carvana. But that will change.
Okay.
Turned out to be a good trade, Jack.
Yeah, pretty good.
Nice.
Not a club banger, but didn't lose.
Walmart's down
Nearly gave me a heart attack.
3.7.
What'd you say?
Walmart's down 3.7. Walmart's getting smoked.
I think when people say smart money, what they mean is institutional money, be that, trading firms, hedge funds, endowments, sovereign wealth funds, institutions, banks.
Do you think they're ever short equities though?
Yeah, but against something else. I mean, a prime
Like,
example is, people read those 13 Fs and just don't quite understand. Not all of you. Everyone in chat understands. They're super savvy. But they'll see like a 13F from like Harvard's endowment and be like, Bitcoin to the moon. Harvard's got $500 million in IBIT. Well, I will bet my life's earnings that you are only seeing half of the trade they're in, and that they are overwhelmingly likely to be short futures in Bitcoin.
fair enough. Yeah, someone's mentioning GameStop. I'm talking net delta, right? Like, not okay. You might be short an individual stock or so, maybe a sector, but overall equities, I would imagine, pretty bullish. Broadcom up 5%.
Hmm.
And Nvidia might turn green.
I mean, I would think with Broadcom up that much that Nvidia would follow. They're kind of joined at the hip, aren't they?
I'm long 2 Nasdaq here to 170.75. See if we get this push here.
Let's get it. Push through these 200s.
I did dabble in GameStop but only
Oh,
I
that's a quick
wasn't
out
as
there.
much concerned about the direction. All right, we're selling off a little bit.
Oof, that was a 40-point tape bomb.
Yes, it
Yeah.
was really quick. I don't mind taking that trade again if we hold settlement here again. I'm not seeing the sell pressure at settlement. VWAP is still pushing higher here. So just looking for a place to get long.
And once again, we are
Risk is
back
defined for the
to
day. Let's see here.
68.50 in the SPX.
That 3-bar reversal is still valid.
Hmm.
And Walmart just getting smoked here, down 4% almost.
Do you have a position, Dakota?
No, it's just tech stock I'm watching.
Somebody asked about like just futures and options in general. I think they can obviously both be great. I have a deep affinity for both of them, but you need to know what you're doing. And I feel like it's not great that we allow, the barrier to entry now for options is incredibly low. And I think it's a shame that, you should be pretty knowledgeable about them before you start tangling with those.
So it says crude new highs. Yeah, crude's pushing. I see $80 a barrel in crude in our future.
Mm,
Pun intended.
yeah. Just for start, be aware that like unlike futures, when you put on it doesn't matter if you are buying or selling an option, you are taking a volatility trade. I think that sometimes people miss that part of it.
Down Emmons in the chat saying we're getting some headlines about the war right now. I mean, 3-bar reversal has held up pretty well for those smart money.
Mm-hmm. Not seeing anything highlighted in red yet on the news wires.
Nothing on yours, Coach Shoop?
For now,
Yeah.
feels like Emmons is plugged into the Pentagon signal group or something. Pretty Johnny on the spot
Direct
with the
feed.
news.
Yeah.
Okay, drifting a little lower here.
Someone says that was a FVG. No, that was a DBA concept up there. That 3-bar reversal that we watched. Smart moneyers like we should was to listen to Dakota. You know what? Trade your own process. This is not financial advice at all. But I don't mind pointing out some of the obvious.
Hmm.
A few traders in the chat shouting out about headlines. See a spike in volatility here.
Yeah, selling off. Well, before this gets too wild, let's hit that tip of the week, shall we? Learn to accept losses. So important that we're repeating it for a 4th straight day. They are a natural, unavoidable part of trading. It's the natural order of the world. Learn to love the loss. I tell people all the time, like, I want to see the post on Twitter about, share your losses, right? Be proud of them.
Be proud.
I might have one today, Jack.
Strong.
I might have one today.
There we go. All right, we're
Be
selling off
proud.
here. Yeah.
There we go, selling off.
Strong
Selling
men and
off.
strong women take losses. They're proud of them.
Get it.
Okay. We're cooking.
Question is smart money short now? I think Walmart was the signal.
Yeah. There is some
Walmart.
structure building for possible support. We'll say like between like 68.20 and 68.15 in the futures if we break these lows here. Maybe something like if we can take out these lows in the ES and make some sort of reversal, that could be interesting to me.
Got a low of the day, 68.35.75. Sweep some stops, Jack, and then turn around, maybe.
Yeah. Just got to keep an eye on the news.
Google down 1%. Crude oil continuing to push higher. Crude oil's up 5%. 78.40.
Okay. 3 points until the lows of the session in the ES.
Let's get it. Do we have any traders in the chat? I'm sure we do. Still
I'd hope
short
so.
from
There
that
we-
3-bar reversal.
$150 on the money right now from that
Yeah.
high.
Someone says, "Yep, bam, nice, nice."
So those lows in the S&P.
Just got out. Someone missed that
High
one.
of the
Me
session
got
there
back
was
in.
settlement in the S&P.
Taking profits, have runners. 85 points in the money bikes. There we go.
That's some good crowd work, Dakota. Hey, anybody here a trader?
Hey, what's wrong with this? We're having fun.
We got
What's the
any
deal
traders
with
in the
these
house?
contracts? Yeah.
Got to. It's a little more specific than that. All right.
All right. Our first red headline. I don't know if they maybe a low bar for this one. Azerbaijan suspends cargo transit across the Iran border.
I'm still getting that
So
little
let's
pop in the
get dumb money
VIX.
trader in the chat. Coach Vince just got long the S&P 6831s.
Coach Vince out
What's
here
up, Coach
buying
Vince?
a dip.
This is kind of what we were looking for. We didn't really get.
Smart money is. Hopefully they closed. They took profit.
Yeah.
Would have been the smart thing to do, right?
Yeah.
New
Oh,
lows, yes.
Can we go take out the overnight lows? New York session is overnight right now, I guess. We ticked in bounds, but we'll take out these lows. I am profit. I am profit.
I am profit. New lows. Yes.
25,000 just tagged in the NASDAQ.
Getting close to 23 in the VIX.
New lows in the
Yields.
Russell there as well.
Yeah, holding higher still in the 10-year.
Is the NASDAQ next? We're about 40 points off the low of the day.
This is looking heavy.
Mm-hmm. Add a new line here.
Continue to push.
6810 in the SPX.
This is thank you, Topstep TV. Got my daily target. Nice.
Nice job.
Yeah, 200 points. 200 points. What was at that high though?
I'm just selling here without much news.
NASDAQ's trying to
There's
hang on
not.
to it, but
Yeah. Go ahead, Jay.
no, I'm saying the NASDAQ's trying to hang on to these 25,000s, but I'm looking at the S&P, the Russell, everything else is just selling. But like you said, Jack, no real news, not a ton of volume to the downside on this move either. It's interesting.
Trade what we see though.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
on
we're
the
having a
day,
hard
we're
time
down
holding any buyers.
0.7% in the ES, 0.5% in the NQ, down 1.4% in the Russie.
Yeah, here we go. Here we go. Flushing.
Goes.
Eyeball session lows. Nvidia down almost 1% again. Walmart minus 4.1%. Bitcoin too. Bitcoin's down 2.5%. Where spot is at 71,250. New session lows.
Well, thankfully, SanDisk isn't getting hammered. Well, okay, we're getting to some interesting levels here.
What you got, Jack?
Right around here. Entering some positive gamma. So if we do slow down, might be an opportunity for long. But this is, I mean, this is pretty heavy right now, and not a lot of news. Which, the past couple days when there hasn't been any news, it's just sort of drifted up.
It might be some fear of that escalation of those earlier headlines, right? About the
Mhm.
war, maybe. Nvidia
Well, that
might
and
be breaking session lows
yeah,
for
it's
here.
oil just keeps moving higher.
Yeah, oil session highs. Yep. The next level I have is going to be 24,840s. So I can see another 100 points lower from here.
Those that 6805 500 lot that was on the bid there in the S&P are no longer there.
Hmm.
Let's see if buyers could defend this.
Yeah, Jack. Just got a little burst of buying there in the S&P. Can they hold it up or not? We got initial balances in.
And I feel equities are kind of cooked in the short term as long as oil keeps rising.
There's some buyers stepping in now.
What are we thinking, guys?
It's wait for me. It's waiting. Wait and see what we do here.
Yeah.
Smart money stepping in. All right.
Smart money stepping in.
We call those buyers.
Back above 6830s maybe in the S&P. I like potential longs right back up into the middle of the range. That last 3-minute candle was the highest volume candle we've had all day in both the NASDAQ and the S&P. Sometimes high volume is going to be in continuation, but if we get a close above that high, that would be, potentially another 3-bar reversal Dakota to the upside.
Okay.
But we'll see here. If they can't close above, then we could just continue lower here. So 6830 is price I'm watching in the S&P.
Very normal says $5 if I stop saying smart money. Okay. 700 likes, I'll stop saying smart money.
Yeah.
6830 is
Okay.
yesterday's value area low as well in the S&P. Good to know.
VIX above 23, 23, 26. Touched 28 on Tuesday, 28.17 or so. Still haven't gotten that 30 print.
I might take Phenon's up. We'll take it.
We'll take the $5.
No. 500 if I say it every sentence.
Oh. 500
Like
per sentence?
No, if I say it for every sentence. It's like the Super Troopers meow.
Yeah.
Let's do it. We got a counter in the back in the green room. You guys can't see it.
Got to be all nimbly bimbly.
I'm going to be patient here. I'm at a third of my risk budget for the day, so I'll continue to take trades. I just want to wait here. Don't need to force anything.
Might touch 25,000 here again.
Well,
Is
while we wait, let's hit a little news story, shall we? The chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff said Wednesday that the U.S. will start striking progressively deeper into Iran. Meanwhile, Senate Republicans vote down an effort to rein in President Trump's war powers with Iran. Sherelle Hubbard has more.
In its fifth day, President Trump rates the U.S.-Israeli war with Iran a major success.
Somebody said, on a scale of 10, where would you rate it? I said about a 15.
Top defense officials say while Operation Epic Fury is still in its early days, the campaign is expanding.
We will now begin to expand inland, striking progressively deeper into Iranian territory.
We are accelerating, not decelerating.
U.S. Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth also saying U.S. and Israeli air forces will take, quote, complete control of Iranian skies in under a week. And the Defense Department released a new video of a U.S. submarine sinking an Iranian warship in the Indian Ocean. According to a U.S.-based group, the human rights activist news agency, more than 1,000 people have been killed in Iran since the war began.
The yeas are 47, the nays are 53. The motion to discharge is not approved.
Meantime, a Senate push to rein in the president's Iran war powers failed, the Senate voting down the measure 47 to 53.
At the very least, what we owe our service members is a debate, a public briefing, an explanation, an accounting of why this war and what its ends are.
I'm Sherelle Hubbard reporting.
Interesting.
Right? Yeah.
Didn't they
I tried
say
one more. Yeah, sorry, go ahead.
Go ahead, Jay. No, go.
No, I tried one more trade there. I think I'm going to go ahead and lock it up. I'm at 2/3 of my risk budget for the day, and I'm just not reading this well. So we're not going to spend any more money in these markets. I'm going to switch over to a combine.
Fair enough. Good decision.
Yeah.
You don't need to get all the way to your daily loss limit to
No,
to make
definitely
that
not.
decision.
No. We'll keep the $700 in my pocket. I'm going to switch over to a combine here.
Okay. Yeah, someone's saying that. First time there was a torpedo for like a very long time. I remember reading something like that yesterday.
Since World War II.
Yeah. All right, 3-bar reversal to the downside now. Just finished.
Your boy. I went and drew that line and didn't do anything about it.
Since 1945. Okay, Vince. Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, 3-bar reversal. We got the smarter money coming in.
Remember, 700 likes and the madness stops.
We got yeah.
We're back above the 6830s. Jack, you were saying something's interesting down here at these 6817s in the S&P. That positive gamma did something there.
I'm telling you, it's hard for me to do anything without being hedged. But yeah, we did test down there and pretty much bounced off exactly where the positive gamma was. About 20 points higher at the moment.
What
3-bar reversal to the long sides printing.
Yeah,
Man.
Yeah. You know, it's funny here. I said above 6830s, and this is where I think, somebody just said in the chat, look at Jay, no tilt. What did I say right before this move happened, right? If we get above 6830s, I think there's a nice long in the S&P. But what I'm realizing is what I'm saying and what I'm executing is not the same thing. So something's off there, right? So you could either try to fight through it or just realize that you're not executing what you're seeing. I think it's really important to do that. Nice push there. See if it holds.
And then you just use the tools that you have available, right? So it's you lock
it
out
up.
and you don't have to make that decision.
Right.
I mean, if we want to rally, there is A lot of gas for the goose to the upside here. Not seeing anything standing in the way of this ripping up besides whatever the next headline is.
No, I don't believe there's smart money or dumb money, like Jack said. It's usually referencing bigger institutions. I don't mind the money. Money doesn't matter to me, regardless of the IQ of it.
It's all still green, right?
Yeah, green's green.
Yeah. I mean, the dumbest effing trades imaginable have been the most profitable since COVID. So take that for what it's worth.
GameStop.
Oh, if you told me in 20, and I was long it, but like if you told me Palantir was going to go to like $200, I would have slapped you in the face. Would have had you institutionalized.
Let's go. Dakota, did I ever take a payout in gold? No, I wanted to. Gold just keeps increasing now, huh? Maybe I take a silver. Take delivery in silver.
I have a feeling Jack has actually slapped someone for saying that.
Oh. Slap myself. Because I was out of there long before it was that high.
Me too. I think I was in at like $17. Telling a bunch of people about it and just did not hold all the way through. Decent profit on the trade, but
today could be a day where you're stuck at 25,000 here in the NASDAQ, back and forth around a big round number like 25,000. Wouldn't surprise me. Yeah, I remember that, Anthony. Odell Beckham Jr., right? OBJ taking his salary in Bitcoin.
it was a smart move at the time, right? I think I feel like when that announcement came out, Bitcoin was like in the 40s, maybe the 50s.
Wonder if he held on to it though.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you got to take some profit, right?
We'll see in a decade.
Right. These are not earrings in my ears, chat. Just these little AirPod things. See if these 30s hold here in the S&P.
We do. We need Scottie Pippen on the show. I think we're working behind the scene to try and make it happen. I don't know if it's possible. Odell Beckham Jr. filed for bankruptcy this week.
Is it really, Texas?
Is that true?
All right.
All right. So above 30s here in the S&P. That 9:30 Central Time candle that set the low for the day was the highest volume 3-minute candle we've had all day, and we're holding the high of it right now. That could be the low for the day here. Are the lows in, chat? Are the lows in?
That's a tough question, Jay.
It is. It's so early. It's so early.
Mm-hmm. I don't, because maybe the highs and the lows aren't even in. We can still see both in this 200 point, 250 point range here in NASDAQ. I don't think so. No.
Jack Strife says,
Coach
bring in
Vince is long.
Steven Seagal. Yeah, I'd be interested in that. I could ask him 100 questions about the filming of Under Siege. Let us know in the chat if there are any other, celebrities that you think are in our pay grade, right? Steven Seagal is probably a good example.
Buyers still trying to step in here.
The takeaway pointing out that the highest volume was the open, but that's usually going to be the case, right? Outside of the open, that was the highest volume candle we had all day so far.
You guys are wild. Let it be known, we tried. I'm aware Josh Brolin's a trader, but haven't been able to reach an agreement there. I.e., he's just ignored us, but maybe someday.
I've seen that video of Josh Brolin, right? He's talking about like trading through like the down times in his acting career. Is that right?
Yeah.
Interesting. All right, chat. Who's a trader and got long on that 3-bar reversal?
It's 2 of them so far today, Dakota. Is this one good for another 250 points?
I don't know, man, but there's been 3 of them actually. We got that one right off the opening. It paid. And then we got that bigger one, that bigger sell off from the up here at 200 all the way down. And now we got this one that's already printed. So me close with profit. Chat. Crushing it. Just scalped 1600 in your XFA. Okay.
Yeah.
Chat, you guys are the smart money.
The problem with drawing that line earlier at SPX 6810 is now I got to stare at it all day if that was the low.
I kind of want to see us break these lows.
Dakota firmly aligned with Team Chaos. Got a few notes out of Trump, but looks like from the New York Post, nothing too moving so far.
Shout out to our guy Doom in the chat. Another birthday boy. Happy birthday, Doom.
Doom. It's your birthday today? Nice.
Yeah.
Happy birthday, man. What's happening in our stocks? Back below 23 in the VIX, 22.59. Google and Meta both down 1%. Broadcom's up 4.3%. Nvidia's scratch. Ten-year rate still kind of following the oil. 4.13 in the yields.
Buyers are strong here.
Back up. It's 30s holding in the S&P. So we're right back in the middle of the range. Middle of the range for the session so far in the S&P 6848. For the New York session. Midpoint of the initial balance. It's 30s held.
Still seeing the same story. Support below at those levels in the gamma. Above, nothing stopping us.
Maybe we get another settlement test here. S&P, the high of the day is pretty much settlement. High of the New York session. 68.76. See if we can go green on the day. Anything else you're seeing for potential opportunities here, Dakota? Kind of staying flat. We're in the middle of the range right now.
Yeah, we're right in the middle of it. So it's just hands off, hands off. We had those 3 trades. It's been, I took 2 of them on the 3-bar reversals and 2 for 2 here in fast markets. So I'm happy. There's plenty of day left.
Oh, yes, there is. Yes, there is.
There certainly is. And quick reminder, in case you missed yesterday, we're on the same schedule today. 3 of us will be on here for fast markets. We'll end a little bit before 11 a.m. We'll take a break to get exercise and nourishing food, etc. And then we'll be back for Power Hour at 2 p.m. So don't miss it. Today on Power Hour, who we got? Myself, Dakota, and Youssef will be here.
Nice.
Should be a grand old time. Somebody asked, it's me, Oscar. Coach Jay, can you please elaborate on settlement?
Sure. So settlement is the price that the markets are marked close, right, for accounting purposes. For our purposes here, the way I look at settlement is if we're below settle, the market's red. If we're above it, the market's green. But that is where the exchange marks the market at the end of the day. It's not the last traded price, but it is the settlement price. So again, simple terms, below it we're red, above it we're green.
Indeed.
And
if
it's
you
just
hold
another
futures
horizontal
positions-
level you can put on your charts. Yeah, go ahead, Jack.
If you hold futures overnight, right, that's where your P&L flips from green to red or red to green.
Yeah. Or if you're in like a margin account, right, that tells you yesterday's margin and all that fun stuff based off of settlement.
Yeah, for anybody who's trading VWAP right now, especially if you're using regular trading hours, I'm gonna put very little weight in any VWAP reads because of how flat it is. Right, the angle of VWAP being so flat is telling me that we are seeing somewhat of a range-bound market since the regular trading hours have started. So I don't know how many executions I want to take at VWAP. To me, it feels a little bit more like a 50-50. If you see a trade, take it. But because that VWAP is so flat, what that's telling us, and we can see it in the price action as well, not a whole lot of direction in the first 2 hours of this session. But decent rejection off of it there in the S&P. We were talking about a low volume sell-off that, didn't really look very convincing. And there was a question in the chat, how did we read that? VWAP is part of that read, right? If we look at, again, VWAP from the New York session open, it's flat. Remember yesterday we had that Russell trade where it started to get aggressive? Not the same thing here. So, this volume that we're seeing, price was trading lower, but it wasn't very convincing for that time frame. It's kind of just, there's not a lot on the order book. Price is going to move, but it just wasn't a very convincing move.
Okay.
This is the chop. Starting to see Two-way trade.
Right at 50% of the initial balance. Really nice rejection there. The reads are right. There was a question in the chat earlier. Said, would you take the same trades that you took again? I wouldn't. I would actually take the trades that I'm reading right now. Pretty much every execution that I've done today was not based on one of the reads we talked about, right? If we got long the 30s in the S&P, that turned out to be a pretty good trade. We identified the 3-bar reversal up at the highs. I was getting long there, so I wouldn't take those trades again. If I go back and review the day, I was just like behind the 8-ball in a lot of these trades. So I would take the trades we're reading right now because they're clean.
Still looking at the same layout and the options. Support down around the lows.
Top of the hour in 2 minutes here. 500 lot in the S&P. Where do you see that? About 450 there. 68.33 on the bid. 450 on the bid in the S&P there. See if they hold this market up. Crude. Big question here. Do we see $80 crude today?
Oh, if we see it, I wouldn't be surprised.
Oh, yeah.
Still have a little FOMO.
Yeah.
Well, guys, Jay, if you want to host for a minute, I just need a minute to go grab some water. So we'll switch to the 2-up.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
Don't say anything too controversial while I'm gone. I'm going to leave my headphones in.
Not promise that.
No promise.
No All right. Well,
I got you, Jack.
Right back.
What's the most controversial thing we could talk about?
It's a good question. How long does it take Jack to get water?
Still listening.
He's still Jack's still here. Jack's still here.
You'll never know when I actually leave.
Right.
Smart money. Smart money versus dumb money.
No. We're not going back into that smart money conversation. I think they left the chat. I think they made their profits for the day. 68.40 quarter last trade here in the S&P. 25,070 last trade in the NASDAQ. Got the top of the hour coming up here in 30 seconds. Let's see if we get some volume from there. Let us know how you guys are doing in the chat. Again, abbreviated version of Topstep TV today. So we'll do an early vibe check. Are you guys up on the day, down on the day? What are you learning from today? I learned be a little bit more patient today.
More patience?
Be a little more patient. Chat, some of these topics you guys have, we cannot talk about.
This Coach Dakota is a mess. Hey, if this is a mess, I'd be a mess every single day. I love it. For me, it's just trust in your reads. Trust in your reads. Yesterday, there's some beautiful 3-bar reversals. I didn't take them all. Had a 3-bar reversal long, and I didn't take this one. Up 300 in a new XFA. Vibe check done.
Okay, we got a interesting header. Axios X, a big headline is coming.
Big headlines coming.
Yeah, that's all it says. From an Axios reporter on X, a big headline is coming. So make sure you stay tuned into Topstep TV. If there is a big headline that comes out, we will bring it to you and the market's reaction to it.
Yeah, definitely. Al says a $1,400 payout locked in. Nice. Nice work.
Yellow ice cap. When I review my trades for the day, do I review it on the 3-minute time frame or multiple time frames? Multiple time frames. I look at the 30 and the 3. but I got a review on the execution time frame, right? I'm looking at a 3-minute chart to take my trades, so I got to review them on the 3-minute chart just so I can use that for data going forward. NFP tomorrow, Dakota. Could be
What's
a
that?
big one. So we got NFP
Not-
tomorrow. It could be a big one. Is that what gets us out of this range? I doubt it.
No, I'm gonna lean towards no, Jay. If we couldn't break those lows of the past,
Yeah.
what, 5-6 months off of the war
Right.
news on Monday or Sunday night,
Yep.
I have a hard time seeing us break out of this major range in the equities.
Agreed.
There's got to be something
Got some,
major hit these markets.
Yeah. Got some guesses in the chat about what that major headline might be. Hogue says it all the time. Hogue's out today, but pray for peace. So we got some guesses there. Taking a look at the quote board, biggest percentage movers right now. Micro Bitcoin down 2.33%. The Nikkei down 2.79%. Micro Ethereum down 3.38% to the upside. All the energies again. RBOB gasoline futures up 4.12. We got crude oil up 5.34% and heating oil up 6% on the day. Let's talk about our big four. We already mentioned crude up 5.3. We got the S&P down 0.55%. Gold down 0.45%. Gold's pretty choppy right now. And we got the NASDAQ down 0.3%.
Yep. We got man, Broadcom's still holding up. Broadcom's up 5. Walmart down 4.4. The rest are mixed. Rest are mixed.
Walmart's getting smoked. I feel like the last time I heard you mention Walmart, it was down 1%.
When I was short at the earlier, it was down about 3, but 4.4 right now. So it's that Walmart indicator.
So what, number 9? Heaviest weighted stock in the NASDAQ?
Yeah, that's why we call it Tech 9, right? Because Walmart is number 9 in the tech.
Will Dakota be a pro boxer leaving trading behind?
Not leaving trading behind, and not a professional boxer. The definition of pro is to get paid to do something like that, right? So maybe I box and I like get a little money on the side. It's technically a professional.
$25.50, $25.47 last trade here in the NASDAQ, 68.31. We could not get back above that initial balance midpoint in the S&P just yet. 30s holding for now, but I don't know how strong these 30s really are, to be honest. The lows may not be in here.
A lot of selling right now. Maybe we go back to 25,000 here in the NASDAQ, because that's the round number we go back and forth.
It's looking like it here. Whoever was talking about that anchored VWAP from the New York session in the S&P, that was the high of this most recent move. If you did take it there, for me, it's not a bad trade to take there. In my opinion, it's just a lot of times when I see flat VWAP, I get caught in the middle of a range somewhere. So I probably don't take it with the same size as other trades. 68.30 last trade here. Let's take a look at the tilt.
Fair. I wouldn't mind a short NASDAQ to go test 25,000.
$50-50 tilt here across the board in the S&P, NASDAQ, and crude oil. 51.03 last trade in gold. Have you looked at gold for a potential opportunity? I didn't watch slow markets last night, Dakota.
How was
gold?
So much. The equities have been moving a lot during the slow market session, so I was focusing on the NASDAQ.
Got you.
Have not paid attention to gold since we've seen this nice volatility in the equities. I don't mind a short NASDAQ for a retest of 25,000 here. I'm going to get into a short. I'm short one one contract here at 041. Let's see if we could get a push back down to 25,000. Instantly 15 points in the money. Okay.
Nice. Go.
All right here.
What I missed.
Just barely clicked the short button.
Dakota short. What price you get there, Dakota?
I got 041. I got 041. Looking for 25,000 here. But depending on how this price action is, I might just get out. Like I said, I want to see it go. Looking for today to be a messy day. And that big round number has my name on it. See if we could get it.
Crude oil traders, keep an eye on crude. New highs of the day there. And Coach Hu putting some headlines in the chat. Energy Intel Deputy Bureau Chief. Sirens heard in Dubai. Keep an eye on the energy markets here. New highs of the day there in crude, 79.10. Here we go. Crude continuing to rally here.
Oh boy.
Nice short you got going on there, Dakota. 79.14. Yeah, crude is starting to cook here. Equity selling off. New lows of the day in the Russell.
Might see that $80 happen.
What happened pretty quick here. 79.25. Crude is just continuing to tick new highs here. Crude pumping. Unintended.
We might see 80 a barrel, Coach Jay.
Yeah, I mean, it is getting up there. 79.25. 79.30s. New highs in crude. 79.33. Continuing to pump higher here.
All right, we're testing
And
these lower
headline-driven
20s.
market. Nice trade there.
We're breaking through these 20s. Okay. Oh, there's 14s, 13s. Let's get 25,000 right here. Get 25,000. Tagged 08, 06. There we go. Give me 25,000. Let's get it.
Nice trade there, Dakota. 25.12's last trade here in the NASDAQ. 68.24 in the S&P.
50-50 on the tilt across the ES, NQ, and crude oil. Tricky.
Cruise cooking. Bitcoin still selling off here a little bit. 70,900. Coach Hoop, yeah, 25,000 is a magnet. Big round number. Lots of indecision here. We got as low as what? 25,000. Oh, there we go. Let's see. 25. We got 03, 02, 01, and
Stay short.
oh, I slapped the bid. Try it one more time. One more push lower. See if I get out. I want to get out with momentum. We tagged 25,000. I didn't get the momentum I wanted to see. I joined bid. Yeah, I use limit orders.
Couple more headlines about explosions in places. This last one in Iran, in Tehran. Just understand we might see some volatility in these markets, especially if you're trading crude traders. We have trading crude, just made a new high of the day there as well.
There we go. Sell off. Talk about explosions in places. Let's get it. And out. There we go. Got the 9 5s. There you go.
Nice
trade.
trade.
DBA Concepts. Texas Red.
Crude is not done here. 79.48, new high of the day.
Tis not. Okay, here we go. 5 points away from the lows in the ES. Still have some support down at that 68.10 level. It's about 68.16, so right around the lows. Looking heavy.
Man, look at this thing starting to cook now. Oh wow. Do we go for the lows? Do we go to the new session lows? Starting to feel like it.
I just got them in the ES.
Chow, you got that joke. Cowberg. Yeah, you heard it.
Hmm.
I'm gonna sell off here. All flights in Tel Aviv canceled until March 13th. More headlines coming out here. New lows there in the S&P. The lows were in fact not in. The lows were in fact not in.
Like watching the dome closely when we're around these lows.
Joe Black, don't spread misinformation. Question was, when did I switch to micros? I've been trading micros for a while now.
Jack, you still seeing that positive gamma down here that you saw earlier?
Yeah. Well, yeah, it's still here. And then more down around 67, 86 in the futures. It is, though, like Hogue talks about the note cards, like maybe looking for some sort of reversal pattern, but I'm not jumping into it.
Right.
Just because it's the second time we're tapping down here.
Let's see if we defend these lows in the NASDAQ. Bandit says 3,200 profit on those short NXFAs. Nice.
Very
Buyers
nice.
stepping
Nice
in.
job.
25,000 again.
Nice out, Dakota.
Yeah, well, looks like it held again.
Oil $80 question mark. I mean, we're what, 60 cents away? Of course, anything can happen. It's not financial advice, but I mean, the closer we get to it, you got to think it acts like a target, right? I am seeing some orders up there on the depth of market in oil. There's 258 contracts offered at $80 even. Another 120 at 79.80. See if those act like magnets. Oil price higher. New highs of the day, they're in crude.
Ooh, right back down. That bounce got sold off in the NASDAQ. See if we can continue to hold. Yep, Coach Hoop. Euro closed in 15 minutes.
Indeed. How high do we spike the
This market
VIX
just
there?
feels heavy. This market feels pretty dang heavy to me.
Well, there's a bunch of negative headlines coming out too. Here goes
Yeah.
crude.
Yeah.
So with the markets feeling heavy, right? With the headlines that are coming out right now are a lot different than last year, right? All the headlines last year had to do with tariffs and things like that. How much
Yes.
do we assume these the war headlines affect the equities markets, right? I can understand like, hey, headlines flying around, they look heavy. Trading crude, that fundamental correlation, but how much is it really affecting the equities? And I think you said it, Dakota, right? We had those headlines to start the week,
I'm sure.
and we couldn't break the session. There you go.
Yeah, you're correct. Yes. Yep, I'm sure. This is going to be a quick scalp. This is a quick scalp for a break through these 70s. Not looking for too much. Just a quick 10, 15 points right there. That's all I was. There you go. Got it. Got it.
Wow. In and out. ES is about 5 points away from the lows of the day. Take a
I can see this
look.
thing breaking session lows.
Oh yeah.
Gold looks like it wants to
Walmart
sell now as
competing
well. 50.85 last trade there.
down 1%. Yep. All right, getting some more selling pressure here. I'm going to shorten the hole. I'm going to shorten the hole for a break of new session lows. Shorten the hole.
Oh, here's the caveman trade.
Yep. Short for most 64. I'm using the profits, using the risk and the profits here to take a breakout trade or breakdown trade, if you will. See if we could break through these session lows, gain some momentum now that we are no longer finding those buyers stepping in too much. All right, let's get through it.
Oh, yeah, here we
In the
go.
50s.
1 point away in the ES.
Coda's cooking
Come
right
on.
now.
Come on. Did we just take that out by 1 tick? Come on.
Let's flush through it.
There we go. Still no stop action. Let's give the Coda that flush.
We're trying into the 40s.
Yeah.
Here you go.
NVIDIA, let's turn back red. Let's do it.
Crew pushing up on those 80s there. 79.84. New high of the day. Did take out that 130 lot at 80s. Now we got 250 offered at 80 evens and another 143 at 79.99 for the low price of 79.99.
Oh. We got Trump saying a minute ago, I need to be personally involved in selecting Iran's next leader.
What? That's wild. Oh, we had that pop up to 970s and just completely sold off. Let's see if we could see new session lows in the NASDAQ. That's what I'm looking for here. That's why I shorted in the hole.
It's holding here. London closed 10 minutes.
Even if that is the case, I'm not sure that's something that you want to say. Like you're not doing any favors to the leader you choose by saying so.
No.
I would think.
There's a flush.
Here's more selling. Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, we're jumping.
VIX rallying. I don't like how we just bought that up from the 40s, though.
Yeah, that was some wild movement in the dome.
Yeah. Yes. I still think we could go break these session lows here. NVIDIA just turned red. Walmart continuing to sell off.
79.97 high of the day in oil. A lot of times when you see these bigger orders on the oil depth of market, anything over a 200 lot, a lot of times you'll see it's tough to trade through, especially being at that big fat round number level. That doesn't mean take a short up here, especially with what's going on right now. But I'm not surprised to see that reaction up there in oil. It's like a 40 tick rejection off of that high.
It says I'm short the low. Well, you know, it's the low until it's not, right?
Yeah.
Back into these 50s.
I mean, you can really only trade fades or breakouts. And one option, you're buying it when it's high. And the other option, you're buying it when it's low. And you'll take flack on either.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's a decision zone. How many times do we buy these lows and it flush, run the stops? We might go back up to 25,000 if we can't break.
Feels like February,
I got
and
long
then
there.
especially this week, are just taking years off my life here.
Years.
I
You
was
say.
hoping to enjoy one more year of not being 40, but I feel like I'm in my 40s right now.
You got one more year, Jack. One more year.
One more year.
Mm-hmm.
I did get long
That's
2
what.
micro NASDAQ there. 24,965. This is just on the combo. We're just getting some practice shots up here. There's those 25,000, so I'll take one off.
Nice trade. Nice trade. I'm gonna just get flat before it hits my stop loss. Plus 75. Plus 75.
All
I'm seeing a
right.
3-bar reversal on the 5-minute. So I like your trade, Jay.
Yeah, this is a decent one.
Been holding support down there. 68.10 in the SPX.
Looking at crude oil, it might sound crazy, but there's a potential short playing out in crude oil here.
That'd be a bold man.
Well, yeah, that would be bold. That would be bold. I'm back in short NASDAQ. Rejected 25,000 again. So I'm gonna get right back in it. Get right back in this.
Don't hate it. This will be like the third time we try and punch through this strike level here.
Yeah,
This
dumb
is
money
one I
trader says
might.
you can.
Go ahead, Jay.
Like that.
No, dumb money trader says they can see the regret that I wish I was more patient earlier. 100%. There's some clean trades playing out right now, but hey, we live to trade another day. You said you might add to this one.
Yeah, yeah. If we break back below 71, add to a winner. If we start to break some market structure to the downside. Oh man, put that sell stop in, and we might go to it. Sell stop at 971.
Hmm. Let's check around here. Oh boy. With oil going up, 10-year yields too. Up 4.146 in the 10-year yields. That's just
Well, we're
about
not
near the
seeing much
highs from this
selling.
morning. Four minutes until the euro close. What else we got coming up? 10:30. We
Did
also
put
got
on that
a
crude oil
4-week bill auction, which probably won't do much. Bowman speaking at 12:15. Costco has earnings after the bell.
We're struggling. Pick a direction.
It's hard to hold above those 25,000s right now.
Yeah, and that's why I'm okay building into a short position. You know where those stops are for everyone that's long. That's usually below this
Right.
low a day. These 920s is. I don't know if we can get there though. I don't know. Seems like if we was gonna get there, we could have got there on that push lower with all those headlines coming out.
They're coming in bursts.
So our oil's on it. Oh, sorry, not oil. Gold on near its lows here. 50, 65, 50 low of the day there in gold. We're about 10 points off that right now. $10 off that.
Hmm.
All right. You chilling?
Yeah. This is the chill zone. Entire market is not very
25,000.
chill, that's for sure.
25,000 is the line in the sand right now.
Well, since we are in the chill zone, why don't we do another news story real quick? The U.S. strikes in Iran have injected more instability into the U.S. economy. And while skyrocketing crude oil prices have pushed gas prices higher, the pumps aren't the only place consumers could feel the squeeze. Karen Kaifa is in Washington to look at how an extended conflict could impact households.
One of the most obvious consumer effects of the Middle East conflict, gas prices jumping alongside oil prices, and energy prices touch a lot of other consumer goods and services, which is one reason economists say a prolonged war could further crunch household budgets. Economists say the impact of the Iran war on the U.S. economy will depend upon how long it lasts.
If instead of 4 weeks, we're talking about 4 months or longer, very different discussion. So duration is key to economic impact.
The conflict in the Middle East has sent crude oil prices soaring, a spike playing out at the gas pumps this week. Meghna Maharishi, airline reporter for Skift, says higher oil prices could eventually impact the cost of flying.
It is hard to tell how much an increase in jet fuel prices might impact airfares, just because airfares are mostly a product of supply and demand, but jet fuel is definitely a factor.
Covering higher transportation costs, whether by air or truck, impacts companies' bottom lines. The conflict is also prompting shipping vessels to avoid the Strait of Hormuz off Iran's southern coast. Michael Goldman, general manager for North America at Karu Containers, says taking the long way costs more.
We're seeing the routes that ships having to take be much longer, much more costly, going around the Horn of Africa instead of going through the Strait of Hormuz and the Red Sea. And we're definitely seeing cost increases to the carriers to make those journeys.
Uncertainty about whether companies will increase the price of their goods and boost inflation may encourage the Federal Reserve to keep interest rates steady, delaying relief to American consumers collectively carrying record household debt from higher mortgage, credit card, and auto loan balances. The Fed likes to take a wait-and-see approach to how certain factors will play out in the economy, and the central bank was already facing uncertainty after the Supreme Court struck down President Trump's emergency tariffs last month. In Washington, I'm Karen Kaifa.
All right, there's a briefing on that. Still in the
did
chill
get
zone.
Triggered into a second contract here, and
all right,
we're not going lower.
Not yet.
Up there. I did get tagged out of that last contract I was in the micro NASDAQ. I am short oil. No, I know it sounds crazy. 79.47. I'm short 2 micro crude oil contracts, looking for 78.60s.
All right. Looking good so far there. I don't think both of your trades will work out, unfortunately.
Both of our trades? Yeah, no.
Yeah. Still
It's mixed. I like
haven't
that
cracked
short
that
crude though.
68. Yeah. So I say we still haven't cracked that 6810 SPX. Still seeing some support down there.
All right, we got to 1-to-1. I'm short the market that probably does not make a whole lot of sense to be short right now. So I'm definitely fighting a higher time frame trend. So I'm going to take one off, and we'll just go. We'll trail the last one.
All right.
All right. Now
Nate
we can see
trades.
both win.
Yeah, Nate Trade says, why did Jay take that short? Price action volume doesn't look like his usual trade. I pulled one out of the bag here, Nate. But big fat round number level, we have a 6% push up into that level. If buyers were that convinced, why did we not trade $80? So when we stopped at 79.97, we had a ton of volume absorbed there. So I'm just fading that move, right? There's probably some late longs in this oil market that were looking for the push above $80. When they don't get it, what happens? They probably sell. So I'm just fading that move there.
There you go.
What I meant about that comment about the trades working out, although now that Jay modified, hopefully they can both win, is that I would think today and going forward for the foreseeable future until there's some resolution that crude oil and equity indices are going to be highly negatively correlated, right? So anything that spikes oil is going to take stocks down too. They're part of the same trade.
I'm still just waiting for see if we get a sell off to new session lows. Trying to be patient here.
And I'm flat that oil trade. So quick little scalp there. Again, not the biggest trade. They don't all have to be. But just seeing that failure at 80s from buyers right away gave a little bit of an opportunity. If I'm counter trending crude right now and I'm looking for huge moves, I'm doing myself a disservice. All the big moves are to the upside right now.
All right, NASDAQ. What are we doing?
We still got Broadcom up 5.3%. Google and Meta back of the pack. They are down 1.2 and 1.3% respectively. Pushing to the highs of the day in the 10-year yield, close to 4.15.
All right.
Share your views on gold. Gold just made a new low of the day, 50.6240. Looks kind of heavy here. Let's see. $50.20 looks like a realistic target here in gold. It's 50% of the major sell-off that we had. Of course, anything can and will happen, but looks pretty heavy here.
Nasdaq stuck at 25,000. Just a
Glued
magnet.
there.
Let's see.
Market's waiting for NFP. That very well could be it. But again, we've had, and you know, we asked the question earlier, Dakota, is NFP going to get us out of this range? How many NFPs have we had since we've been in this range?
We've had a lot, right? One a month.
5 of them, 6, yeah, right. So
yeah,
I don't know if that's it.
It's hard to say.
I'm also
Hard
not
to
completely
say.
sure how much in the short term, right, the market's going to care about NFP. Yeah, it's going to move. But, you know, the VIX isn't at 23 right now because we're worried about jobs.
Right, right. There's a different catalyst right now. It's crude, it's gold, oil short is looking better.
You're still looking at that oil short. We're back down to
Looking decent
79. Yeah.
Range will
Also, I
continue
have a
until morale
strong
improves.
bias that NFP is going to come in on the screws. You know, like there hasn't been anything shocking in like jobless claims. ADP was a little stronger.
What's your average price here, Dakota?
22 a quarter.
22 quarter.
And we're
okay.
just now we're starting to push a little bit higher. And right back down.
Have faith.
Yeah, 25,000. Here we go. I mean, we're coming up. You know, we know how those trades set up at the right at the end of fast markets, right? So we got what 20 minutes
Always.
left. 20 minutes left. Yeah. Maybe we could push these lows to end this here. I mean, I still like it. Still like this trade. It's a grinder.
Headlines have slowed down a little bit here.
Yeah, I think that's
pretty
probably
crazy.
You know, you get that drift higher.
That's the last one we got was Venezuela's president signs framework agreements with oil companies.
Yeah, we got Bowman at 12:15. Could really use a Trump press conference today to shake things up.
It's with the soccer champions.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, did anyone figure out, by the way, who are the soccer champions?
I don't know.
I'm gonna Google it
MLS
right now. Let's find out.
College? Thank you, Jay.
I will add a third contract if we break below 0.10, 25.010.
Inter Miami. Yeah, MLS.
Okay.
Question is, will Messi attend?
Interesting.
There you go.
I just know there's a poly market for that. Give me one moment.
Okay.
Now we're talking about the
Triggered
important
into
stuff
my
here. What do you got,
third
Dakota?
contract. Yeah, I triggered into my third contract. Let's see if we get this push now. Now I could scale out a little bit if we do see a push lower. But we haven't seen follow through to the downside the last 30 minutes.
Hmm.
Yeah, I need to see a push lower into these 80s, below 25,000. We've tested 25,000. It's that magnet. I want to see these 80s come into play. Got 90s.
Hey, Anne-Marie in the chat. Good to see you. Nice trade here, Dakota. Starting to pick up. Headlines starting to come back in as well here.
Yeah. Anne-Marie, I'm going to be in your neck of the woods in a few weeks.
Hang out in these night right at 25,000.
Glued there,
Video's
Dakota.
red. Patience is a killer here, Jay.
Come on, do something.
Poke it. Still think
Is anyone in chat or either of our esteemed guests here, have you guys dabbled at all in the Korean markets?
No.
I have not, Jack. What do you have?
I don't have anything, but they are on crack right now.
Really?
Pretty wild stuff. What is it, the Kospi?
What kind of degen question is that?
I mean, check this out, guys. It had a 12% down day the other
chart
day.
for us?
Yeah,
Oh,
I do.
wow.
Oh, 12% down, huh? Dang.
Yeah, if we go to my charts, these are daily candles. Great buy here.
Is that like
so?
Is that the Korean version of the S&P?
Kind of.
That looks like a
But
gold chart there for a second.
Yeah, it's more than doubled since September. Then had its biggest sell-off of all time.
That is wild.
CME?
Yeah, it does look like a gold chart.
You get a future? Yeah. Xamarin points out, then up 10% the day after.
Well, I'm losing confidence in this trade right now. We have failed to break below 25,000 a few times. So I'm thinking the best decision right now is to get out of this trade. I got my finger on the bailout button. Thought maybe we could see a breakdown near these lows to end fast markets, and we're not.
Come on. Be nice to Dakota.
67% long tilt here in the S&P, 56% long in the NASDAQ.
50-50 in crude.
50-50 in crude.
Crude's still holding on to those 79s.
It is. New York session VWAP for crude 78.67 as a potential downside target there. And it's tough to be short that market, right? If you find some money shorting crude, it's probably a better call to take some of that money off the table. Every once in a while, we get these aggressive sell-offs, but that is a bullish market for now. Dan Emmons. I don't know how you guys stream and trade.
It's tricky.
It's a skill. It is.
It's a lot of energy.
Especially when your cortisol is high like this week.
Yeah. It takes a lot of focus. Jack, yesterday you were talking about maybe we'll hear the story tomorrow. But the tilt on air. I will say sometimes, chat, sometimes, the best way to stream and trade is to close the chat. We love you guys, but sometimes when you got to lock in, it's closing the chat.
Oh yeah, I mean it's an important part of the show. If I had my own like preferences, I would just, if I was going to trade, just like shut it.
Yeah, the chat is the show. We can't do these shows without you guys, so got to keep them open.
No, and I love the chat.
Yeah,
and it's really my own personal failing that it gets in your head, but like it does. I'm a man, not a machine.
Right.
I love chat.
Yeah.
It's the reason why I wake up in the morning.
John Q says, we love you guys too. If you do us a favor, hit that thumbs up button, like and subscribe, tell your friends and family too as well. And we cannot do these shows without you. We got Dakota still short here in the NASDAQ. Oil tried to trade below those 79s for a second.
We're just hanging out, Jay. Can we do this before the end of fast markets? Can we push to these session lows? I don't know.
10-minute warning.
Well, you're still in it.
We're trying. So we're giving it a good try. It's not for a lack of effort here for the sellers. So look at this 5-minute chart. You see these wicks right there. Last 20 minutes trying to sell off, but buyers might just be a little bit too resilient to finish off this fast markets. All that smart money.
Buying it up.
They're buying it up. Where's the lamp today?
Hey, welcome. Someone's been subscribed for 4 weeks, and now they can chat. We'd like to lower that at some point. It'll be a direct reflection of behavior.
Talk to your fellow traders.
And I don't mind like heckling or anything like that. I mind annoying.
Yeah. Heckling is fine because, every once in a while, this is a competitive thing that we do here, right? It's a zero-sum game, so you get to talk back and forth, but annoying is different. Yeah, you're right, Jack.
Well, also for the people that are in chat to heckle us or support us in good faith, when we reduce that to nothing, it makes the chat unusable too.
The hecklers are my favorite.
Mm-hmm.
Get you going?
They get me going.
You don't even need the coffee. Just heckle me for 5 minutes. I'm good.
Don't even need this crappy coffee. Give me a heckler.
There we go. That's why you don't stay short oil for long. Right back up to 79.40s. Let's see. Still some size up there at the 80 offer. About 230 contracts on the offer at $80. 79.97 high of the day. Nice trade here, Dakota.
Whoa, we're right back green. Finish the fast markets
Yeah.
off with a bang. Come on. Let's see if we could get this push back down below 25,000. That magnet there.
Come on.
Let's get it. That'd be an interesting name for an energy drink, huh? The heckler.
The heckler.
I'm not drinking anything
Red
called
Bull.
heckler.
Penny.
Give us an example of heckling versus annoying. Maybe tomorrow. I have to think of one. I don't know if I got one on the spot. Jack might.
I probably could. Tomorrow I will reveal the only series of comments that ever put me on tilt. But heckling is ribbing us it doesn't even have to be a respectful way, but just like an interesting way. Annoying is asking the same thing 30 times every, we could reduce that time between chats, right? It's like a minute right now. Asking the same question every minute for 30 minutes will put you on my S list pretty quick.
All right, here we go. Let's get one more push lower to finish this off.
Let's go.
Been patient. Keeps trying to reject. Uno más.
Might lay the 25,000s here.
Is that a joke from last night, right?
No. This is just a nice trade you got going on here, sir.
That would have been a pretty good inside joke, Jay.
Yeah. You're tempting fate here. We'll let this trade play out. Let me be offering a reminder here. We're going to take a break after this, but we'll be back 2 o'clock, power hour. Dakota, myself, and Yusuf will rip it up. Last hour has been fun.
Let's go.
It was the bear hour yesterday with Mandy.
Yeah, it was. Man, this NASDAQ has more edge than the Grand Canyon.
Heyo.
Keep it.
See, feel free to heckle Dakota for that.
All right, comment of the day. Comment of the day. I play reruns of Jack talking about gamma levels at bedtime.
Hey, man. Whatever works. It's like the opposite of ASMR.
Yeah.
Well, this is a very anticlimactic ending here.
Kind of is. I was gonna say you were tempting fate when you had that trade in the green at 10:53.
Come on.
These comments are sending me. Yeah. Sully Lifestyle. Did that cat bounce? We're dying to know.
That's a good one. Did it bounce?
All right. Jay made me
All right,
lose $200 on oil, and now I'm sad.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know what I did there. Just talked about the market that was moving. Take your own trades.
Jay,
it's not financial advice.
Try better.
Yeah.
We
got one more day tomorrow.
All right, Dakota, I'm not going to postpone my lunch for these three MNQs you got on, but let us know how that turns out. You'll be back again at 2 o'clock. Jay, you're finished for the day. Any final words?
I'm sorry if I made you sad. Somebody might be giving out free hugs in the mall or something like that. Trade well, manage your risk. I'm keeping an eye on crude oil to see if it does trade those $80. 230 contracts offered up there. So let's see if crude does hit those 80s. And I'll be back. We're doing At the Buzzer today after the close.
Oh, awesome. Dakota, let us know how it turns out. Don't accept the free hugs at a mall. A little life advice. But stay vigilant. Markets are going to be crazy. VIX is still high. We're rallying right now, but that can change on a dime. So since Hoag's not here, I'll say like we did yesterday, stay safe, pray for peace, and come back at 2 o'clock for some more Topstep TV. Love you all in chat. We'll see you soon.
Get it.
Most people won't see it. Not the wake-ups, not the weight of repetition, not the days that start cold and quiet. They'll see the win, the 1 second that worked, not the hundreds that didn't. This isn't about hype, it's about habits. I write it down, every run, every trade. Not to remember, to refine. I've missed, I've fallen, I've lost, but I've always come back sharper. I don't train for motivation. I train for execution, over and over. Whether I'm in the pipe or in the market, I'm chasing the same thing.